This is day 2 of the Donna Adelson case. Sorry I'm late. I apologize for being late. With that being said, shout out to Grizzly True Crime. Let's get into it. Ooh, I wish Court TV had better audio. Let's see if I can find y'all a little bit better audio. Because in my opinion, that audio is not loud enough for me. Find y'all some better audio.
Something has to be done in this household. This is an amended notice of agreement. February 11th, 2014. You're almost 5 years. One of the suggestions is the party will seek to relocate the future children without consent. Not accepted by the dead. Mr. Markel will file his motion to seek particular and supporting documents that detail how the savings and proposed to use substantial assets in violation of the rules. How the savings and fraudulently induced the settlement, how should be enforced instances of demonstrably false testimony. How should be court orders, discovery requests, and calls for responses to the latter. Filing frivolous petition to relocate and an argument being impossible by certified. Stated by silently while her client holds privilege to attorney client advising the scales to interfere with Mr. Marquez. Becoming a willing instrumentality of or participant in the scales of financial company related to disclosures and discovery process with the
I'm gonna say the audio is better from long corner. Mute that. Get up this.
Yes.
Just hear it. And then one ain't much better. I was gonna go to 2 with y'all today, but since the audio ain't worth a damn, I just said I'd go to 12. Cause Law and Crime's audio, it, Law and Crime's audio should have been better than this.
Yes, the email is a forwarded email, but the original email is 1216.
Hopefully, I hope and pray you guys can hear it clearly.
And Mark Ellison email to Davis. It's forwarded to Donna Harding at gmail.com.
And when someone responds to the email, what does the person say? Well, and the contents of JJ, that expression of where they also mentioned there was a parenting coordinator. The parenting coordinator is a response to Gamma consultations. Referring to JJ 23.
Yes, this is one of those. Yes.
Coordinator, you mentioned that the original email was sent
To 1216. And Mark Ellison will send to school documents that need to parents report.
and the parenting coordinator's reply was that then forwarded to the parent as well.
Yes.
And so on that, is that part of that thread, the second version of this concept we're talking about,
Yes.
so it was sent to the non-party email twice. And the second time it was sent, when they included the parenting coordinator's response, how is that email addressed?
We're not that. Here's the Skype plan, the Skype phone plan, the holidays. Here's how we do this. Our special as follows.
This time it has to be 11/6/60. All right, the hearing on this motion that they are not file was over discussed. JJ vote.
I believe it was.
Grandma motion was heard.
I'm going to make an executive decision because we're all time to sit back and understand the ifs, understand, so we feel like it's right. What I'm going to do is written down how long before the break, or maybe our end now, and in the next break or the last break, we're going to watch this again. Because we know if we're contingent towards the email of the other control and things, we know that we're
I'm gonna turn this up some more.
So,
Cause I already got this thing at 40.
and see when you take the stand. Huh?
But now it's at 50.
Although my client may
I just read that. State calls Wendy Adelson. Okay, so that little bit of email on him for Washington. For the week they Washington, we want the time stamp, okay? All the time stamp when it died in 3 to 5 days. Then that's what it's showing. Wendy Adelson, here we go, everyone. Sorry about that. It doesn't look like anyone upset there. Right? Is anyone upset that I went forward? I want to talk about this stuff. Yes, yes. It's coming up. I don't understand that. Oh, okay.
John Morrow on behalf of the Adelson. Your Honor, we previously filed a motion to make a brief statement for the citizen testifies. I'd like to make clear to the record that she was hearing pursuant to the state's order that by law, she serves Like 4 is she was certainly different rights with respect to the question that the city had asked relevant to this matter. We also believe that the use of irreducibility covers cross-examination, so that involves responsive and relevant questions as well.
The court has previously ruled concerning this matter that the immunity between the United States and still two process information and that she is willing to answer questions under this. One matter that has come up with the water after the ruling previously making sure that we are completely record as to the client's application related to make this. She was not pregnant with once the examination has occurred, pursuant to the state's subpoena, the defense is under to the court. As to that, in question whether she believes she is properly revoked, the wants to do so, ruling there is, in fact, in all cases, is relevant and would not go to the body of information. Ultimately, we may lodge a flag concerning these matters as it relates to the problem of presence of the court.
I would just need a brief moment to decide on this.
Does other party need to be heard further before the examination remains pursuant to the state's There are executive Mr. Ward, if you would have any questions.
She will repeat the test to everything for what? What's she gonna do? And that is that's her right. This will be unremarkable question when you lay lots of voltages. Which you don't have another time. You can take multiple times. There she is. Probably the most anticipated testimony of this entire time. Huh? Very emotional scene in the border. Oh my word, are they going to take her to the bathroom break or cat attack? The time that you can see this what happened with Lady previously. She had received this immunity in exchange for a testimony in all 4 trials of the 80s. Further to Fredo Garcia, Captain Bunner in 2019, Bunner was retrial in 2022, Donna Adelson in 2022, and now Donna Adelson in 2025. As she is subpoenaed by the prosecutor this time, otherwise appropriate recommended advice against self-incrimination. So yes. Oh, the victim is her ex-husband. And this is her not trial. Go. Okay, we're gonna see if Donna's case one more time and we'll skip over the break. Control yourself, woman. Oh dear. Okay, here we go, guys. We're starting now. Go for it. She's definitely able to behave when the judge reminds her. When she asks her, I'm just saying, but she can definitely just like, okay. Here we go.
Please raise your hand. Swear or affirm the testimony you will give in this trial. Please press the microphone seriously to be heard. the email together.
Please state your name and spell your name.
Wendy Adelson, WENDIADELSON.
Ms. Adelson, where are you from?
I'm from Coral Springs, Florida.
And you live in another state now currently, right?
I do business.
How are you employed?
I'm an immigration attorney
How long have you been an attorney?
since 2006.
You're here personally to a state subpoena, is that correct?
Yes,
That subpoena for a title of immunity on the site. You understand that?
I do.
Can you sit back and stay here for pursuant to that subpoena? You understand that?
I do.
That doesn't necessarily mean you would never be prosecuted, but just because the legislative report for the application is the prosecution. You understand that?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you about the ex-husband, Daniel Martell. Is that here and have your photo of Mr. Martell?
Yes.
When did you meet him?
We met originally online. It must have been the fall of my first year of law school, so 2003.
And when did you marry Mr. Martell?
Married in February of 2006.
Were you living in Tallahassee at some point as a married couple?
Yes.
When did you move to Tallahassee?
We moved to Tallahassee my final year of law school, so that would have been in the summer of 2005. And we were here from 2005 till 2006. We spent a year at the University of Maine from 2006 to 2007, and then came back to Tallahassee from 2007 until 2014.
Right, and during the time that you were living here in Tallahassee, you lived over on Prescott Drive.
For some of the time that we lived here, yes.
When your first child was born, were you residing at the Prescott Drive residence at that point?
Yes.
Is that the Prescott Drive residence? And how many children did you have with Mr. Martell?
We have 2 children.
What were their ages at the time of their father's death?
It was 10 days before my older son's 5th birthday, so he was 4 turning 5, and our younger son was 3.5. The boys are 14 months apart.
There come a time when you and Mr. Martell separated.
Yes.
When was the separation?
It was in the fall of 2012.
Whose decision was it to separate?
It was mine.
How did your ex take that news?
Well, we talked about it many times before it actually happened, but when the separation became official, he was very upset.
Even though there were problems in the discussions, it was a surprise to him when it actually happened.
It was.
And was part of the reason for the separation or different views on how to raise kids pursuant to the church faith?
I'd say it was a very small part, but it was a part.
Would you consider your ex to be a religious zealot?
No, I didn't think he was a religious zealot, but I did think he was using religion as a way of controlling me.
Would you think he was more devout in his faith than you were?
I don't know that, I feel like devoutness has to do with maybe a relationship with God, and I don't know that his was more strong than mine. But he was more observant of kosher rules than I was.
Can you explain to the jury what those are?
Sure. So keeping kosher has to do with separating milk from meat, something like a cheeseburger. And it has to do with the ritual way that animals are killed. So certain foods would be considered kosher or non-kosher. And then things like shellfish are not allowed, or pork would not be allowed. And so his beliefs changed over time. He used to have vegan, and vegan became a no here on.
Right, and that was, those rules were something that he was wanting to impose.
Yes.
And you were less interested in those issues.
It was less important to me.
Were both you and Mr. Martell raised in the Jewish faith?
We were, yes. I did, yes.
Where did you go when you left your alcohol?
I went to another property that I had rented for the books.
At 3303 Aqua Way?
Yes.
Was that located in Hampton?
Yes.
What was the custody arrangement, broad terms are defined, for this timeframe separation?
I think we were just trying to figure out how to make it work. We didn't have any formal custody arrangement at that time. I remember his parents came to Clement weekend and I made sure that he had the place that weekend. We were just trying to figure out how to make it work until we had something formal.
Was the arrangement roughly 50/50, or
It would have been roughly.
were you mixing it up during the week, or was it a week on, week off situation?
It wasn't week on week off. We didn't settle into that until the first summer, or maybe the second summer. I don't remember. That was more of a summer arrangement. But it was 50/50 and definitely a mix during the week.
Published what introduced the evidence that states your petition. Was your mom, Donna Adelson, involved at all in drafting your divorce documents?
No,
Did she ever make any edits to any of the filings that she made pursuant to your divorce?
I think she made suggestions, but I got an attorney, a very good attorney, helping me through the process. So she wasn't editing the legal documents.
Did you ever forward any of your mom's suggestions to you?
I probably did.
You did that, would you attribute them to your mom, or did you just forward them along without noting whether they were your questions or your mom's questions?
I honestly don't remember.
Was this a contentious divorce?
It was.
As part of your divorce, did you file a petition to ask the court for permission to relocate the site?
I did.
And that was your amended petition. See that one, it says the wife also desires to relocate the site.
Georgia Catholic Fund. Actually, if you could see it very well, you can just pull up this huge highlighted text and it's no nonsense.
And that the FOA in order to provide a better quality of life for the children by increasing their access to close family and providing more stability and consistency. Who was the close family that was available in South Florida?
My mom, my dad, and my brother.
Why did you want to move to South Florida?
I had very unstable employment. Honestly, I had a wonderful job, but it was on great money, so here I never knew if I would still have my job. I had a job offer that was very good in South Florida, and the assumption was that Danny was always going to be at a different school, a better school. We used to joke that we would take one bar exam for every 2 bar exams, so I had to take while we moved around the country. And so it seemed like the way of having stability while he was climbing up the law professor ladder, he ultimately at Harvard.
Was relocation important to you?
It was in terms of having a safe and stable place for my kids.
Did you consider having to live here in Tallahassee to be stuck? You referred to it previously as being stuck in Tallahassee.
I mean, I may have. The idea of being stuck is if you don't have permission to live anywhere you want to live. But I had a nice quality of life here.
Did you consider the worst case scenario to be that you might come down to Tallahassee if the petition was denied?
I don't know. I mean, at the time, I may have felt that way.
Might you have sent an email to a friend on March 24th of 2013 indicating, quote, I do fear that the worst case scenario that could happen is that I will be stuck here in Tallahassee?
It's possible that I sent that.
Could it refresh your recollection to read that item?
Probably too.
Tab 6, one of those markers in front of you.
That's a fine. see it's highlighted, so yes.
Okay, and did you also email a friend around the same time frame regarding, like, Tallahassee, the compared to like, would be able to enjoy in South Florida with your brother, Charlie, and his boat, or not, something like that?
It's certainly possible.
That's on tab 7, just for precedent.
Yes.
In fact, then you forward staff your actual motion for relocation. Here, like, stuck in Tallahassee, so then decides that the time is right for us.
So my attorney did write that, and that sounds right.
Tallahassee feel claustrophobic to you?
Well, at this point in time, Danny was making lots of unplanned announcements to my office where we work together, so I didn't see them at work. I never knew when he was showing up, so I'm sure, this is 12 years ago that's how I felt at that time.
But outside of the context of your relationship with him, Marcel has ever expressed that the smallness and slowness of Tallahassee is claustrophobic?
I don't remember saying that.
Would you refer to tab and read to refresh that recollection? I'll share that with tab. Were you able to find it?
I did. I found it's part of a sentence. Can I read the whole sentence?
Sure.
Tallahassee feels claustrophobic at times, given its smallness and slowness, and the fact that we friends cycle through here and transmit regularly. So yes, at that moment in time, that's how I was feeling in 2013.
And relocation was pending at the time that you were feeling that way.
Yes, and
And relocation was also very important to your mother, wasn't it?
yes,
And did you have some discussions with your mother about relocation?
I did.
Was that during that time frame was pending?
Yes,
And do you see your mother in the room today?
yes.
Could you just confirm that she's in?
My mom is right. I can't see her close from here, but she's directly across from me.
Right, she's wearing a headset.
Yes, I do.
Your mom didn't want you to be stuck in Tallahassee either, did she?
She did not.
She wanted the best for you, right?
She saw the bus for me as not being in Tallahassee. Yes.
She referred to being in Tallahassee that you were a hostage at Christmas, right?
very close. My mom taught my boys how to read. She taught them how to play chess. It was very close.
Were your parents employed during that time then?
Yes.
What work did they do?
My dad was a dentist, and my mom was the office manager for the dental practice.
What about your brother Charlie? Did he have a role there as well?
He was a periodontist, and so I believe at some point he purchased practice. I don't remember what year that was, but he would sometimes work from my dad's office and sometimes work from other offices around South Florida.
Was the dental practice, the family dental practice, successful business?
I believe it was true. My family never discussed money or finances with me, but I believe it was doing well.
Did you discuss your marital problems as a result of the What about the litigation that you done?
I did.
And I think you said you did send many of your divorce pleas to her, is that right?
I did.
What about your dad? What was his role in your divorce?
I don't remember exactly. My parents have a shared email, so when I send an email to one of them, I would send it was being sent to both, but I don't know who was reading what or at what time.
Is it fair to say they were both welcome to be part of the adoption program?
Yes,
And both welcome to reply as well?
yes.
Who would reply more frequently, your mom or your dad?
My parents would reply more frequently.
Who took more of an interest in the day-to-day ins and outs of the litigation?
Probably my mom.
Was your mom overprotective of you?
Yes.
Was your mom an emotional person?
Yes.
What about your dad? Was he emotional as well?
I think so.
Did you previously say he was more of a straight shooter, mom was more emotional?
I think so, but I think women tend to be more emotional and men tend to be less emotional.
I think that's the same exhibit that's in state 64AA, Judge. Not necessary to have duplicates, but because of the way the evidence came out this trial, that this present in state 64 as well. All right, there's a
I'm not saying much because I think I can look at it and say thank you. I hope this is what you testify here.
Donna, her mother's trial, this is still attention in the room, and Harvey as well, or that only, goodness, how hard it is so much.
and that your mom has been a controlling person.
I don't think my mom is a controlling person.
Would you say at one time,
Sometimes, sorry. So I think that a lot of people do, and that, look at the, look at everything. I disagree. I think Donna's a very controlling person.
back in 2013, that your mom operated with emotional substance?
I may have said that.
Would you like to refresh your memory?
I can.
At 45.
I'm not seeing it. Is it highlighted or is it just in that it's a long? Oh.
And Sandra and Arthur, so Judge just believed that Wendy did.
I'll be right back.
To admit that it's just that they didn't want to come before. have that group. So this is a former daughter-in-law.
Yes. I honestly don't know what I meant at the time. I don't think that's what I meant.
Did Ann Martell have a hard time understanding some of your mom's behavior?
Not really well.
Well, did she think you were capable of driving to South Florida by yourself with the kids back when they were little?
Yeah. I don't think she thought I was a user role, but I was breastfeeding and it's helpful to have someone to be.
So what was her practice to avoid that?
One of my parents would come with me to the mom drive.
They would rent a car, come up here, drive back with you, with all the same procedures as you come.
They would drive with me if I was on my flat out.
Okay, I'm back.
And did that procedure occur the week before the murder? There was a visit the week before the murder.
I think it was 2 weeks before.
Right. And on that trip, was that not the same little part of it? Probably the car and continue?
Yes.
Did your dad think that was necessary or was that wrong?
No, my dad probably thought it was more necessary.
Right. And did your dad think a practice was supporting whatever your mom was kind of thing?
Yeah.
Was she the dominant force in the household?
I think my dad had more of a quiet strength, so it's hard to say who was the dominant force. I think they were both equally strong in their parenting.
Okay, did you previously describe this back in 2013 that your mom was the dominant force in the household? Neither impressions about 97.
That means it was such a well-educated lady. She should have just understands the whole mind.
Yeah, she's looking. They're making her look slow, man.
Yes. You would say mom was the dominant force in the household.
Yes.
Did your mom ever try to micromanage your life?
Yes.
Here,
I chose to be a lawyer. It wasn't a very popular choice in my household.
yes, and there were different types of areas of law that she would prefer to practice. Doing that.
I actually think they were really proud of what I was doing.
Not to suggest she wasn't proud of you, but she was encouraging you to pursue a different type of law that would be more lucrative. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
And what about your dating life? All there. Did you create a dating profile for you on Match.com?
I don't know if it was much about but I do remember doing profiles.
She created reviews and conducted searches for men in the Miami area and sent them to you.
When I was living in DC. She created it for you. Yeah, she was out here picking men in the Miami area for you. Okay.
Okay, so here we have an email dated January 17th, 2013, directed to Sister It reads, so honey, you think I'm nuts, but you know, I check out several weeks when I was and her guys, right? After all, we gotta be doing my own years, why not see yourself, right?
Yes.
There's
that lawyer, I like it. No one else would like it. I don't know how they put it in another lawyer. Jewish, just sharing some interesting possibilities. After all, you're going to be right here, man. Why not see what's out there? You're going to look at for communities. That's fine.
Nice, etc. Did you ever feel like your mom was blocking all of you? Okay, what about specifically regarding this divorce?
I had a really good attorney and I was making a decision separately.
And tell a friend that you were trying to find a way to coexist with your mom and that didn't feel like she was trampling your autonomy.
Try so hard.
How did your mom feel about Dan Martell as time frame, like 2016?
I think a lot changed between 2012 and 2016. So,
You don't say, don't want to tell you. Okay. One, reflective, not controlling. It's also, it's a little bit how she's like, well, that is what it's about. This is about justice and getting wrong hell. So everything that you said, when it's very relevant. So pretending like, no, I'm not interested. Come on. Focus. Know why you're here. I mean, she knows why she's here. She knows what she's doing on. She's testified in the club. Come on. And not know my trick.
her feelings about me changed.
Okay, and what about in 2016? Did she hate Dan Martell?
No, not 2016.
What about 2014? Did she put him in? Did you say in, do you remember anything else?
Of course, it was like, if it's done, you know what I mean?
Law enforcement interview in reference to this case? That was the same day that Mr. Martell was shot, correct? Okay, and did you say in that interview, court counsel referring to page 288, lines 24 through 289, line 1, quote, my parents have more reason to dislike Danny than almost anyone else.
I got pretty big for sitting with law enforcement for 6 hours. And I just been told I didn't get shot. So I was in shock and I was trying to help to think of anything I could possibly think of that would be helpful.
And are you suggesting that after 6 hours you became fatigued to the point you started saying things that weren't true?
No, I didn't see anything that was true. I just was in shock. I just kept talking and talking and talking.
When your mom is really upset about something, does she talk about it a lot?
Yes.
And when she talks about it a lot, referring you back to this time frame, does she talk to the brother in charge a lot?
My mom and Charlie always talked a lot.
And was Charlie kind of like your mom's problem solver?
About that, I feel like this is where she would help him or throughout childhood and adulthood, she would help him solve problems, not really.
She definitely did a lot for him, didn't she?
She said,
As Donna would help Charlie solve problems, as Donna also helped, that was a bad sentence to say as another child. As Donna would help Charlie solve problems, because that's what it applied in. As Donna's the mastermind. And that Donna would help Wendy solve problems. And what was Wendy's problem? Dan Martell. And technical empty. Right? She wanted to read that all the screens. Because of those parents. So, okay, Wendy, whoa. For your mom, I want to see Donna's face now.
Business, personal life, finances, bills, remembered At the time of Dan Marshall's death, your mother, Jerry, and
Yes,
And you hated him too, right?
at a certain point, I was very frustrated. She was never hating before he died. Before he died, yes, she said. She actually said it herself. Before he died, before he was murdered. Yes.
You referred to him as an STD.
I don't understand.
Have five.
If Donna's looking at Sid, she's not like, like, instead of like, when you get me on his left, she's like, whoa, 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 this is not going well. What do you mean? Look, something like that.
Looks like I need that analogy.
Danny is an STD. One wrong mistake marrying him, and this will never go away. Is that what you said? Did you share that kind of sentiment with your mother?
I don't remember ever saying that, so I don't think it's something I said very often.
And this was said in an email on February 26th, 2013, correct?
It was.
Approximately 17 months before the murder.
Yes, I don't feel this is email though, it looks like it was sort of a plain message.
Okay. Did you ever refer to your ex-husband as the dark board?
I don't remember saying that. But it's trying to be intelligent.
Did you refer to your ex-husband as Gibbers?
It did.
What is the meaning of Gibbers?
Dippers was just a silly name that a friend helped me come up with to basically make him feel less scary. It was nonsense. It's a brand. Reference. It's a brand. Help you, you needed a brand help. I'm like, silly little thing. So close to the brand. Silly. Derogatory. Yeah, exactly. I took you back to quoting Danny is an entity. Wow. I know, right? It's all coming out now. So yeah.
You and Ruth? It wasn't a friendly name, right? Did you ever say that you hated Dan Marshall?
I don't remember saying that, but I certainly heard about it.
After he won the first year?
I said that I hate him in this moment.
Okay. And did you say in that email, that same email, quote, I hate that I hate my children's dad?
I did.
Did you read that email was sent approximately 15 months before Paul's murder?
It was in April of 2013. I did. It's in homeschool work, so that would have been, it's a picture of that, something like that. Yes. Yes. That's dad. Yes. That's my brother. Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's 56. I don't know.
you ever refer to your ex-husband, Dan Martell, as an emotional terrorist?
I know that they have, I don't remember saying that thing.
That one's on top 34. I'm so sorry. Is that? Yes, I believe it is
It is,
34.
I see it, I sent it in December of 2013.
Approximately 7 months before his murder.
December, yes, approximately 7 months.
And tab 35, June of 2014, did you say, of your ex-husband, I hate him, so.
I don't see it.
Yeah, tab 35.
No, I was on top 34, it's top 35.
Yes.
I did write that.
That was approximately 3 weeks before Mr. Martell was murdered, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Fix it too close. Wendy, I don't remember saying state, it's on page 34. Highlighted.
Next, I want to ask you about Mr. Martell's response to your petition to relocate. Fair to say he was adamantly opposed to that motion.
Yes.
All right, and we all fought over these large, but also very small, like instituting a tennis racket. Right? Oh, yeah. In Mr. Martell's response, the court counsel page 82 of exhibit 60, he indicates the husband affirmatively alleges that the wife helped herself to non-marital assets, including money and stocks from his prior
Be right back.
as well as numerous personal non-marital belongings in the husband, such as luggage, bicycle, tennis racket, and the Did you take those things when you vacated the property?
I did do something else, I know it turns out, but otherwise I didn't take his belongings.
Did you strategize to leave them in a way that would cause or inflict maximum damage on him? Is that something your mom ever said?
I don't remember.
Did you discuss with your mom how and when you could leave your marriage?
I did.
Do you recall a 11 November 2nd, 2012 email where Dan Martell was saying to you, well, let's put all this aside, this whole let's act with each other in a way that they can work out and that to you?
I didn't really know.
Right, and we talked about the Oxford Ridge or Parkin, I guess it was a home resident. Is this a very accurate photo where it states that the living space there?
Yes, that's okay.
And did your mom help you secure this place to live? What involvement in that?
She did.
Or what involvement did she have?
She helped me with it.
And did she help you locate the place to live? Did she come up and look at places with you as well? Did Dan Martell threaten you in the pleadings with several kidnapping charges? That was associated with the way he claimed that you left.
Yes.
And he says you took the kids and did not tell him where they were for several uneventful days and weeks. But
It's true that he said that, it's not true that that's what happened.
what was his position on your motion to relocate?
We did talk about it before I filed it, and he was amenable to figuring it out, but once I filed it, he was against it.
Did he allege in his response that the sole stated reason that he wanted to relocate Is that the response that your mom referred to as his 23-page rant? Probably. She had a lot of thoughts about that particular file. She laid those out in an email to you. I know you remember that's level of your non-negotiable.
Yes.
Do you recall having two long communications to try to resolve your divorce amount?
Yes.
Were those communications? Was Mr. Markel seeking to depose your mother as part of the divorce proceedings?
I don't remember that.
What about your brother Charlie? Did he care about would it have been okay with him if he had been independent on her?
I would have been doing so, yes.
After the relocation motion was denied, you were kind of like, well, maybe I understand something. Was there at least a moment of that for you?
I mean, it wasn't me, that was the court's decision, and I respect the court's decision, and, you know, I think the best of it.
What about Charlie? Was he outraged by the court's decision? But to your mom, it was described by your mom several places as like in that proposition. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think everyone thought my life in Tallahassee wasn't good. So not all of this just for relocate. You know what I mean? That you kind of have that's it. Such huge issue that I couldn't relocate it. But I respect the court. Do you respect the decision on sure? Because it seems like the Adelson family was like at all costs. When other kids back out other kids, and they have to move at all costs to money. Oh, well,
Is it true that you never would have left Tamara and Neville without their mom's suggestions?
I would have not given regardless of anyone else's input. I was very unhappy.
Do you remember right that you would have never left him without your mom's suggestions?
I don't remember saying that.
Do you remember to have 41 and refreshing memory?
No, I don't remember a good tab really cool now. Donna's like really cool. Look at Donna. She needs to go look at page 54 too. Okay. I do say here I wouldn't have done it on my own. I say my parents and brother's suggestions and support. Because I wasn't happy, but part of me thought maybe I would just stay until the kids grew up.
Right, I think you already testified you did not offer your mom your divorce petition to edit.
Sorry.
You send your divorce petition to your mother to assist you in editing.
I don't remember it being said.
And did your mom also pretend to be you, Mercer University, to help you complete your divorce affidavit?
I don't remember it.
How's out here of this email from your mom? Obviously, I pretended to be you contacting the
information, and so that might have been an account that they had created for me or that had good signatory authority, so that's possible. What I should say to you here is only that we're financial situation. And Ben Martell, I said that she was even filing with Frank basically told to take it off of the road and go with the rest. Like, he did that for himself, just like the board filing on something like that. Done work, told the couple of all these things, so with that, your recollection is going to be furnished.
Forward a letter was written on, or sent to you on December 19th, 2013 from Dan Martell, where he was wanting you back and making a lot of concessions, some home wage, et cetera. Do you recall that? Did you forward that to your mother?
I very well know.
And do you recall she replied with sort of a paragraph by paragraph breakdown like that? Email.
So I see that here. I mean, I certainly didn't remember, but I see that there's a response.
Her responses, did you respond to her very nicely done, Mom, this is great?
It looks like I did, yes.
In her responses, I guess they've got a joint email, so how do we know it's Mom and not Dad? Do we?
I don't.
Does Dad send responses like these? This is all the response. Detail like that in the response?
No, but it could be that they got one talking when she was described, right? That it reflects both of their thoughts and not almost one. I think
Many of the emails are
something and Donna was describe a bit like those wasn't
mine, Mom and Dad, where they reference Dad and I feel this way. Was it common for the mom to express for the two of them a certain position?
Yes.
In this particular email, so this is a little confusing, but she responds paragraph by paragraph, and K3, K5, K6 referencing Dan Martell's email to you, repeating each paragraph. And she felt that his position was outrageous, right?
Yes.
And she thought his religious practices were restrained.
Yes.
She was extremely concerned about the well-being of the children in reference to his religious practices.
Yes.
She wanted a psychological evaluation of him.
Yes.
A psychological evaluation, really.
Obviously, I don't remember.
You see an extremely intelligent, accomplished law professor.
Yes.
Your mom ever,
It was his Monday when he was so far away from the person that she was supposed to friend. That's what I read. So now she's not even in Miami. She went to Texas.
called Dan Martell any disparaging names around this time?
She went.
You mean piece of shit?
Yes. She did a little eye roll there. Yes.
Asshole?
Yes.
Narcissist.
Yes.
Bully.
Yes.
the bastard.
Yes.
Did your mom help you prepare for your divorce order?
I'm offering help, but I don't think I can get help preparing for the next decision.
Who was your divorce?
But she insisted, right? You know, the way that she said that, that she was controlling, micromanaging every aspect of your life. And when you speculated, push her mother's buttons and her brother, so that she could not only get rid of her overbearing mother, but also her own ex-husband. Interesting. It just sounds like a, yes, I can do things on my own.
Disorder.
Kristen Adelson.
Your mom in an email dated January 9th, 2013 indicates that she thinks the job opportunities that you had in South Florida was a major bargaining chip of your divorce. Do you agree with that?
Did I agree with that?
Yes.
I don't remember.
She did a lot of work sort of making arguments to that point. Did you forward your correspondence with your lawyer to your mother?
I did.
Or
But why? Because you were a lawyer and are a lawyer, and just so that to do things on my own. Why do you report the law to your mother? Why should so next in everything you do? Huh?
Jay, she wanted to be kept informed, right?
Yes.
Your mom mentioned this is 64G, your South Florida legal team. She will try to remember discussing the South Florida legal team. Who was that?
I think she was cooking from
Oh, she's the South Florida legal team.
That's why I think it was Donna jokingly referring to herself as the South Florida legal team. Donna's not a lawyer, but when did you do this? But Donna's like, yes, I'll be your South maybe she's making out with the Colorado. Why did you want to Texas then? And she thank you so much, Mary, for your stickers and that information. Now I'm even more curious, right? See, people still saying, oh, she takes, that's why I heard it well. So actually, I'm just going to say, I don't know. Which is my own case.
Okay. More questions for your upcoming hearing with your attorney. Did you forward your mom's questions or ask your mom's questions when you met with your attorney?
Not all of them, but there was something that I thought was useful and probably more than going to have a conversation.
In here, you can see in paragraph 2, your mom referred to the MFS numbers as well, right?
It was a silly. Like I said, it's what the wrong behavior, but plain disrespectful, offensive, those are the words. Silly. Don't minimize it. He was murdered after all.
Go to the order denying your petition to revocate. Was your mom aware that the order was filed?
Yes.
And this language from the order denied with prejudice. Can't be raised, right? And your mom wanted to fight the decision, didn't she?
She did.
Did you feel railroaded by her in this email where she's consoling you? Fight.
I mean, Donna's like, never give up.
about the grandkids and their actual father, and I just want to win.
Railroaded by your mother, but she wants you to continue to take action.
It was the night. It wasn't no action.
Not any more legal action.
It was not taking more action last time.
Your mom has some other ideas or some other actions that could happen.
She did.
She did want to take it to the over that.
I don't remember.
That's from past 43 of her binder.
I think she's not going to remember that her mom went to appeal the court decision, so I think she would want to have that.
Yes, I see. But she also wanted to develop a plan of action that could be implemented. Time you learned of communication denial in her final hearing in court to maybe trauma Mr. Martel into a thing to communication. She has some ideas for how to do that, right?
Yes.
She said Rivers hasn't been able to do that.
Yes.
So what was her plan of action?
Yes, I
What
heard
did
that
she suggest?
I heard that
Yes, Dan Mark Color Roulette, like you take this with us out for them.
She suggested that I pretend that the boys had become Christian.
Is that something you would ever consider doing? She was gonna pay for them to get instruction on Christian faith, right?
That was what she said.
She said she looked into it, she could get them baptized in a couple weeks, remember that?
I don't remember, but I'm sure it's here.
Do you remember her imploring you to put on a good act?
I do.
Did your mom have an acting training? Do you know why your mom would Google how to teach an actor's emotion?
I don't.
Did she ever share with you or forward you any tips on how to bring emotion or take emotion?
Not that I remember anything.
What about a financial offer? Was that part of it as well?
Yes.
What was the financial offer's name?
I think it was $1 million.
Who was going to pay the $1 million?
My mom, my dad, and my brother.
You were going to pay $1 million, you didn't have to pay any of it?
why did she say that? There was $1 million, but she was going to pay a third, Charlie was going to pay a third, and their parents were going to pay a third. And she said, mom, dad, and brother. That's a lie.
And they were going to give Dan Mark $1 million for the loan.
So then I said, okay.
Did you ever make that offer to Dan Mark? Do you know, did anyone make it?
I think so.
Would it have worked?
I don't think so.
It's all about getting control for Dan Mark's blackout, right?
Yes.
You told her this was like this.
I did.
Not introduce the children to Christianity. I truly believe it will backfire. I'm reading from Stacey 64B, which is in evidence. Did you respect your decision not to use our suggestions.
She likes both, right?
She kept pushing though, didn't she?
She was suggesting for her.
January 27th, 2013 email 64W. Carly brought up a good point when he said that Americans were brought behind enemy lines by World War II by Nazis and wanted to get rid of them. They had a job to do. They did what they needed to do to accomplish it. You have a job to do. Very short time frame to accomplish it. If you dressed your kids up in Hitler youth uniforms and brought them down here, I could care less. Act of compliance, show gibbers. He's not. She suggests that to you?
Yes.
Urge you to rethink your decision not to implement her suspension.
Yes.
She wanted you to do an act of defiance that will put a scare into this jackass. Why would she want to scare this smart guy? Says here, I'm still on 64W. I don't know how much is the big picture you're seeing. I don't know if you can realize that not only what you can provide for your boy's life, but for your own life, all depends on this change. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. She did view this as a very serious matter. Right?
Yes.
And she's sending all of this after the relocation is denied, right? Everyone has a price. Fight for yourself. Okay. I'm showing you this slide also to consider 64W, which indicates that you are going to go into the social offer. That's a third. Does that refresh your memory on that? Feel?
I mean, it refreshes my memory, but it's not something I ever consider thought about doing.
So you would not have paid up a third. Moving on to 64X. This is an email in which the mom expresses opinions on several items, including the marital home, parenting schedule, alimony, child support. Would you want her opinion on all these things?
I don't remember, but I really want her parents' opinions. Even Donna's, even with all those 6 suggestions, even those things you're saying, I'm not pro that. I could do that. Doesn't sound like it's something that Donna was like, I'm going to go, how Donna feel, I'm going to control everything that's in my life. But she's like, I think, I'm sure.
I'm gonna cut off when they go to their lunch break.
Thank you all for being here.
Counselor asked me if I wanted my mom's opinion on those things, and it's hard for me to remember at the time if I wanted other opinions, but I said I guess, people always want their parents' opinions on things.
Your mother's opinion was that she wanted you to aggravate your ex-husband, right?
Yes,
Screw him financially.
yes,
You're gonna win. She thought your divorce was something that you wanted. Right?
it seems that way.
settlement.
Yes.
And did you reach the settlement on the day that the trial was supposed to be conducted?
I'm not sure if, you know, if when the Northwood checks to running is coming across the nationwide quantity because we have, I'm not sure. Or, I mean, don't you care about the father of the children? I know she wants to be patient. Okay, I'm just saying, like, wasn't this pretty contested? We saw three in the period we can get, but it's already pretty well. So, I was like, but now she's like, oh, no, it's almost like I can just a random person wanted somebody was murdered. And that her brother was convicted of it, of being involved. We already heard from Louis Rivera in this trial. So we're kind of like, it's a bunch. That's a great strategy, right? What do you guys think? Jordan, so that was our job.
I'm going to ask you some questions about voice authentication. Your cell phone, was it collected by the police in this case?
I think the police has all done research.
Let them download it and return it to you, correct? And are you familiar with the wiretap that was conducted in this case?
I think some of the wires.
Where phone calls were intercepted and the police had reported one?
Yes.
And were you asked to listen to a disc of calls to see if you could authenticate the voices on them?
Yes.
And were you able to authenticate some of the voices on them?
I was able to authenticate the voices of my family.
Alright, so Charlie Adelson, Donna Adelson, and Harvey Adelson.
Yes.
Alright, and did you initial on State's Exhibit 135 copies of the voice?
I did. Yes.
Nothing to object.
Hold on, what qualification should you know how to work with the Sure, but she's testified in this trial, so I'm saying, her same job, like those that are I've seen a lot of flyers. Did you just say that? I've seen a lot of flyers. Okay. But specifically this, oh, yes, I think I'd like to take my family's voices. Yeah, bring up that exhibit.
After the divorce was final, was there any more litigation in Santa Monica?
There was.
And who was the first one to file something after the divorce was final?
Don't remember who was first to file.
Because you both filed the name afterwards, right?
Well, Danny was supposed to pay me for the deal with our settlement was I was supposed to take my name off the title to the house and he was supposed to pay me to opt out of the house. So I left that first week and took my name off the title and then just waited. And when I reached out when it was time for him to pay what he owed, he said, I'm not going to pay it. And I asked why, and he said, I have my reasons. And so my attorney had to file to enforce the settlement agreement because otherwise he was going to be held in contempt of court.
The court had given you a deadline to make the payment. You didn't make it.
Yeah.
So you filed a motion to the court.
It's not
He filed a counter motion saying, well, not paying because she's in violation of property. Remember that?
I do, and then he accused my attorney of committing fraud.
Right. One of his big complaints was failure to facilitate the communication agreement, where I guess you all had some kind of agreement to provide Skype calls with each other and have children. Do you remember complaining about that?
I do. I remember if I was 1 minute late, we would contact the parenting coordinator and complain that I was tired.
That was a pretty regular complaint of his in this era of these times, wasn't it? When he sent an email, for example, 64 in, alleging these sorts of violations, and including, quote, accusing you and your mother of making zero effort to facilitate communication between your kids. Did you forward this email to your mother? And during this time period, did Donna also emails coming with you to the nights, for example, March 7th of 2013? Wendy, I really regret that things have gotten to the place where they are. Do you think you could try to resolve more issues directly with each other to prevent so much unnecessary tension and cost? Things like that.
Yes.
Okay. But then you didn't seem to be able to actually play nice with each other, even though it seems like you guys both just wanted at least at certain points.
I was always trying to be nice.
So you were threatening to hold him in contempt of court.
I wasn't threatening to hold you. That's what my lawyer filed. That's what happened to
Your
you.
lawyer represents you.
But they weren't. I just took a tennis racket for a bit. How could they hold it up? Oh, yeah.
Doesn't she, Mrs. Nicholson?
She does, but I wasn't threatening.
Did you cease all Skype communication on March 12th, 2013?
I don't remember that.
Have you before, please?
It looks like my attorney advised me to do that. Again, I don't remember, it's been a very long time, but if my attorney advised me to do it, then I probably did it.
And the day that you filed that motion to enforce the United States what was the date of that filing?
It looks like it was October 31st.
Was that the same date that you backed out of the contract to buy a house here in Helena?
I don't remember if it was the same date, but at that point I didn't have the money I needed to buy the house because Danny didn't pay what he was supposed to.
Okay, but you don't remember which date you backed out of the contract?
I don't.
Would it have been the same date?
It may have been.
Okay, was it Charlie, your brother, who talked you out of buying the house?
I didn't have the money to buy the house.
You don't remember him discussing that with you? And did your mom have a meeting or the other?
I don't remember.
Damn it.
The image that I just had up there, was this image sent to you on October 31st? What was it on yourself dated on?
It looks like something my brother would have sent me at some point. I don't remember if it was what day it was, but I remember seeing that picture.
Okay, did any reason you just clarify the data associated with it?
No worries.
And you recognize your brother in this photo?
I do.
Who's the woman who's picture is here?
Katie.
Is that Kathy?
Oh, Katie. Referring to as Katie. So we had one. That's your girlfriend. Oh, both of you conflicted. How I could see her back on the net. Sorry, can you start remembering when you knew how to get to the juice? Right? Yes.
So your brother at any time sent you this picture? Not at any time. Your brother on October 31st sent you this picture. Basically telling you how to buy the house, but you weren't going to put it on that.
I don't remember the name of the car. I really wanted to buy that house. October of 2013? Halloween 2013? That's when it happened on my last day. Probably approached her to a date. You know someone from on someone who's not right. Yes. this case is day one. As a child, I think this is the first time that a criminal house is able to with March started director or whatever.
Do you remember after all the drama with the Skype, asking your mom to help you work on the Skype thing?
I honestly don't remember, but I see this email and I must have sent this.
A few months later, February of 14, Mr. Markel files a motion to enforce marital settlement agreements, and that touched on that already. That was
I wish they were able to ask, why is it that you started doing that? What's the office for that? It was some kind of like, what you did with, I didn't get on that, but I'm like, why are you so, I don't know, trying to think that, oh, you just moved on with your life, this year, you know? It's just like, oh. I think George is getting started, you know? I want to keep that on. Should be on all day to a real doctor.
alleging that you were fraud on the court during the original settlement. And that,
I do, I remember some things that my attorney helped perpetrate the fraud.
yes, suggested that the court should send a strong message to you about your malfeasance by awarding him the entirety of the assets of the alleged funds. Yeah?
I do.
Did your mom do that finally? Don't remember. Was that the one she responded to when you defended the attack? To aggravate him the way he was trying to aggravate you?
We just looked at that, I just didn't remember what it was in response to.
And did you respond to his allegations
I
in
wasn't,
court? In court filing?
we must have responded in a court filing to that, because if someone accuses you of fraud, at that point my attorney had to accuse herself, because he was to say that that didn't happen, and then I had to find a new attorney to represent me.
Okay, and did you do a filing in response to his counter motion to enforce the marital settlement agreement alleging, this is page 439 report from counsel, that the vast majority of the former husband's motion contains allegations that are redundant, immaterial, impertinent, scandalous. That sort of language, does that sound familiar?
Doesn't actually sound familiar, but I would have responded in a motion, so if I'm sure my attorney filed something.
Did your mom move around this time?
I think so.
Do you remember your parents signing a lease at a place called the Continuum?
My parents were spending some time there on the weekends, but they didn't move until 2015 when I was working for a judge advisor.
So they signed a lease to have sort of a weekend property, was that in South Beach?
Yes.
At the March 14th, sound right for that?
I honestly, I don't remember when they signed the lease there, but it's possible.
Well, when you ultimately left Colorado to commit to, did you go to the Continuum or Coral Springs or somewhere else?
In Miami, at the retreat.
And do you know why they chose to move into the Continuum? This is 4 months before the letter.
My brother had a girlfriend that lived there, and he really liked the property. He thought maybe my parents might like to retire there, so he was suggesting that they start trying some ways other than Coral Springs to retire.
And did your mom add you as a resident to the Continuum on May 16th of 2014?
I don't remember then that if you wanted someone to come and not be considered a guest, they would be considered a resident.
Okay, can I pass the class?
And the question is,
Would you have been considered a resident as of May 16th, 2014?
and I don't know, so you just want me to see whether on this document I was added as a resident? Yes or no? It's like I was added and my brother were added. And then my other brother was the an emergency. And it was in April of 2014.
April 2014. Okay, so about 3 months before the murder?
Yes.
That was just so that you could come and go whenever you were.
That was my understanding. That was my understanding. Oh, so she filed for divorce on September 12th of 2012. There is some tension divorce. And relocated. And even kind of had to take going back to South Florida. And just months before that hotel was ready, so they say May 16th of April of 2014, Donna added Wendy as a resident at the first country. She also all that. A resident? You can't get a visitor's card, you can't put that stuff in, you know, down to with the residence that you know you added as a resident. When you get to the added as a resident. But that's May 16th of 2014. Then on June 20th, no, that was 2014. Oh my God. Yeah, whoa. About 24, September 25. June 20th of 2013, the judge denied me motion to relocate. So that's already the judge saying, no, you don't relocate, you can't see But then there's all this fighting, you know, and Donna's like, you will win, anything. You know, never give up on all of that. So the divorce is finalized July 31st of 2013, but no relocation. That's what they said. There's no trials, a couple of weeks, or 50-50 order custody arrangement for 2 boys with no relocation permission. That was July of 2013. And then in June of 2013, Donna was already suggesting those extreme options, you know, offering money, all of that. Okay? And then May 15th of 2014, the day before, the date they just said, Dan filed a motion to limit Donna Adelson unsupervised access to children, citing her describes her remarks about him. They wrote, that's May 15th. And that's what the use I say is the source of Donna's back. Donna's yellow fighting attack. And so, May 15th, and then on May 16th of 2014, Donna adds Wendy on officially as a report. Like a little tantrum, how dare he say that I come in unsupervised with no point or even one of that whether he is the president or someone in it or properties and everything like that. Whoa. And then July 18th of 2014, Donna president. Well, there's three words that I don't remember saying that.
Do you recall a motion being filed by Dan Martell that we refer to as the Center Office?
Sorry, y'all. Now I'm back.
Dan Martell and
Why do you say no? Why do you say you don't remember that? We all remember it. Why don't you remember it?
March 26, 2014, file a motion seeking to exclude your mother from having a supervised contact.
I don't remember. Oh, wow. Stop that. I was going to say, if she's going to say, I don't remember to that question, holy crap, the RP comes from all that lifetime. We're going to say this because it's women from almost a lifetime back then. To make Dan's life very miserable. So you could think that the kids could live. No, that was not the performance of a lifetime. You'll see. Don't remember? Don't remember when Dan Martell filed a motion to let Donna not have unsupervised control? Yes. Or you would remember. If you just look at the one right now, you would remember.
So huge, huge deal for Donna. That kind of took her over to the bad place when I was talking about commitment. We're talking about taking them out. We're talking about feeling bad at that point. You know, she's looking to be looking for this Donna, like, we're remember.
But it sounds like if it's a motion, how do we word it? Says.
And in that motion, did you recall, or does it reflect your memory, that you say, Grandma, the boys were talking, Grandma said you're stupid, Grandma said you're choosing as a result, concerned about the mom alienating kids.
I remember hearing about this motion.
And that is a motion that was never got to be heard, right?
That was part of the motion to enforce the settlement agreement,
Which was never heard.
which is not because it was split stance.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
And do you remember why you didn't forward your mom the actual motion that was filed in reference to that? If you check tab, if you find tab 98, back there.
They have to have the need.
Okay, that's a refresh your recollection as to the question, which is, where was your mom on the day that the relocation was filed? Where your reference was 32614.
So this email is from 3/25/14, and it looks like my parents were coming up. It says coming on Thursday, and this was written Tuesday the 25th. So my guess is that they were coming on Thursday the 27th.
What is the fair practice to do with this topic? On the give up without asking. The allegations that are laid out in Dan Martell's motion were sent to you in an email before the motion was ever filed. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Motion 64AA of December 16, 2013 email. This email indicates that Dan Martell is going to be introducing a major issue. Parental alienation. This will be part of our ongoing effort to resolve outstanding issues. But basically, at the bottom there, Ben announced to me, what is happening?
It's it means mother.
Father, Grandma said you're stupid. Okay, details a couple, I think it's 3 different instances in which his boys have told him that Grandma, your mother, has told them that sunshine's away, she hates you, that sort of thing. Does this refresh your memory at all about those allegations?
It does.
And this email,
I'm not introducing a major issue. Parental alienation is required by ongoing efforts to resolve outstanding issues with if and report if necessary, but the short of it, which is Amanda should hear about in her roles here, is that on 3 separate occasions in the last month, completely unburdened and out of nowhere, Ben announced to me about Grandma said you're stupid. Shame. Stands on his side, right? Said to me, hey, Grandma said you're stupid. And she didn't. That's fine.
but basically, the bottom there, Ben announced to me, what is happening?
It's it means mother.
Father, Grandma said you're stupid. Okay, details a couple, I think it's 3 different instances in which his boys have told him that
manipulating these little kids. At that time they were 3.5 and 4, 25, right? 3 and 4. And Grandma Donna is saying to them, your dad's stupid. He's going to take my sunshine away. Sunshine. And we're trying to take them away. Donna was trying to take Dan's kids away from him. Because the Adersons live in South Florida, and that's where they're going to be like kids. Who cares about Dan's career, the efforts to fix stuff? The kids, they love this job, and they want to stay there, they go out there, they want to stay there, they marry, they need it, you know what I mean?
Has told them that we're trying to take my sunshines away, she hates you, that sort of thing. Does this refresh your memory at all about those allegations?
It does. There's another slide. April showers have versus other 50,000 and they make more than 32 months. So this one is most recently and during the dad emergency, right? Very concerned about the spread for the nation time. Most recently on November 30th, Saturday in the morning, Ben and I were playing in a game of my series and Nathan was sleeping in a game out of nowhere and without any connection to what we were doing. Playing with Lego. Ben said, oh, that's grandma said it's stupid. I asked him again, why did you say that? And he answered exactly the same way. Because she said that we were trying to take her sunshine away from her.
This email, you did forward this email to all that.
I don't recall that, but I figured something would
The mom responded to it, or someone responded to it, wow. Yeah?
I was shown that email yesterday.
Okay. And you forwarded that email not
That email yesterday banned your encounter with negative and people came. Yeah, just so you know, you testified at 4 other trials and also in August of 2025, you had 11 words in that email. The thing, you know, the most important thing to your mother, Donna, who's on trial there, saying to your ex-husband, the father of your children, manipulating your children, putting that in their head. Are you not bothered by that one? That he's trying to take her sunshines away and calling their dad stupid?
only to your mom, but to a total of 12 different people. Remember that?
I remember being very surprised that he was trying to accuse a member of the Florida bar of fraud, going to all these things to avoid paying money that he didn't need.
Okay. And is that the reason why you sent it to the 12 people?
It was pretty shocking what he was doing.
You think it was shocking that he was doing? What a way to deflect the shocking thing your mother was doing. We just saw on the screen. We just saw it. Now it's shocking. But I have two of my kids over there. Kids laughing at me. Their father been murdered.
This should be going to lunch soon.
Yeah, Charlie's already come to pick out walk for him.
Did your mom respond at all to that allegation regarding her alienating kids?
I don't remember a response other than the one I was shown that said wow, but I don't know if that was my dad responding or my mom responding.
But the allegation was in reference to mom, right?
The allegation was not posted.
In fact, the next day, the parents were there to get on the report. He forwarded the email a second time to the parenting coordinators. Remember that?
I don't remember that, but it makes sense that I would have posted it.
Do you remember just a couple months before the death of King Markel saying to but it was the same day that he called her home. Do you remember that? I don't. I want to talk a little bit.
Wait. So something happened. You said, I've got a friend. Or she said, I had a friend. And she said, oh, and I was thinking, oh, not.
Judge, I don't know if you're wanting a recess, your time, a little tedious, I'm sure.
It's a little tedious for the I don't remember. Right? Georgia? Yeah, this is getting a little tedious, but I don't remember. Maybe she could have some lunch and then refresh her with lunch. Shall we go? Most said for every item before, let's see, cost. Don't determine the value of software for recovery and community, but sure. Have something in this raw substance. Choose a concentration. Please have some water hydrate yourself. Okay? Harvey. I bet this is no way Harvey is going to eat that. You want to have yeah. Wow. Stick around. You're not going to be bored in the next break, but things to do. We're still going to go back to some of those emails and we're coming back to what things to do.
I want to remind you that the Pentagon discussed this case with each other. That's also one for mention or those concerned with this case. For lunch hour, the cafe, people house access and that's we serve today. We turn at 1:50.
Okay. They're now going on a lunch break. I may or may not come back. I don't know. If I come back, look for me. If not, I'll see y'all later. Peace.